Right, hello guys. Welcome back once again. We're in Snapchat, not Snapchat. Start again. Start again. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 30. I've got a brand new guest on here at a brand new facility, Snap Fitness Whiz Beach. The next guest here is a PT, bit of an inspired bodybuilder as well. His name's Owen, local lad, and we're gonna sit down and basically interview him on his first ever appearance on a podcast channel. So yeah, welcome to the channel, Owen.
Yeah, thank you very much, mate. Thank you for having me on.
That's
so it's
all
a
right.
pleasure.
Bit short notice, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit, but yeah.
So what do you sort of offer in this facility here? What is your job role?
Yeah, so basically, I'm one of the PTs here at Snap Fitness in Whiz Beach. I'm one of the new PTs. So basically, starting out, I offer all sorts of bodybuilding training programs. So I do obviously in-person sessions as well as online plans as well. And then also, I'm a runner as well. So I offer different sorts of running training sessions as well here as well. So yeah, and then obviously I teach a load of the different classes that we offer here. So for example, one of them is called Sweat, which is basically just like a high rocks class, which is just half an hour of just basically doing HIIT training, but all sorts of different kind of cardio and weight-based exercises as well. So we offer quite a variety of stuff as well.
Is that all through the app as well?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so basically if you go onto our app, there'll be all sorts of different classes that you can see, which one obviously you want to pick, and they'll give you a description of basically what the class is, and then you'll be able to see who's come to the class, and then obviously it'll be one of us PTs teaching it. So yeah, but it's good fun.
And obviously you're the best PT here.
Oh yeah, of course, So we won't talk about the other PTs who've just been on this podcast. We'll ignore that. So as a newbie, I can say that a little bit.
He's very fresh, all right. He's very fresh in the scene here. Strange enough, first time we met as well, officially.
Yeah, first time officially. So
he's already on the podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's being like one of the younger PTs because I'm only 20 at the moment, so I'm still obviously quite raw, quite new to it. So I'd just be like just gaining experience as much as possible, being in the gym all the time, just speaking to people, and just seeing like what type of goals they want to set. So just like, I don't know if they want to like lose a bit of weight, or if they want to gain like a load of muscle, or if they want to train for, I don't know, a certain competition as such, then just like, I think just throwing myself in the deep end as much as possible and trying to give them the best advice. Yeah. So I try to like go into everything I do with just a certain kind of mindset, just to be like, don't be afraid of it. If you do fail, like it's not the end of the world. Like you will obviously learn from that. I try and just do that with pretty much everything, even when I am scared. Usually I say, when you're the most scared of doing something, the best time to just launch yourself into it. And we usually tend to think like, we always think the worst of things. So we think of like the worst outcome that can happen in a situation. And I just say 99% of the time that will never happen. And it will be actually a better outcome than you think. And that's why I try and say like, just like launch yourself out there as much as possible, especially while you're young, because then obviously you'll have more of an opportunity to have more opportunities in the future and just meet loads of different people, which is basically what we're all about as PTs. So
absolutely incredible, this guy. He's took over the show, honestly. For the first time he's done a podcast, he's doing really good at it. I feel like I'm the guest. So sort of with this sort of like you starting here, so is it a certain like age group you take on? What is your average sort of like, do you older people, younger people? So what do you normally gravitate to your sort of workouts?
Yeah. So
what's your clientele looking like? Do you know what I mean?
So at the moment, just because I'm one of the new PTs here, I'm kind of figuring out which age group to go for. But from what I've listened to like the other PTs so far, what they've gone for usually is around middle age kind of people. So people between like, let's say 35, 55, for example, they make up basically most of the people that enter the gym. And then obviously, so that would be like my the people I'd go to first. So
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if they want to obviously lose a bit of weight, or if they want to like train for like a certain, I don't know, competition, or if they want to train like to improve, I don't know, let's say they're running, or they want to improve on high rocks because they've got a high rocks thing this year or whatever. That would be my main go-to. But anyone who's like kind of like my age, or kind of like teenager or just above teenager, like in their 20s, just because I'm a similar age to them, it feels like I could probably connect with them on like somewhat more of an understanding level than perhaps someone who's a little bit older than me. Just because a lot of the people that are entering gyms now do tend to be around my age.
Yeah.
So like,
a lot of you.
Yeah. So like most of the people, when you come in between like 5 and 7 at night, are pretty much my age, you know, got a bit of curly hair going on, and just, you know, they want to like lift a bunch of weight. Yeah. So they're usually most of the people, but usually because there's a lot of like information on social media that can get like misspread or misunderstood at times. And because there is a lot of that, I try and just like speak to people who obviously want training advice, who are, I don't know, the same my age. And I just say, look, this is a certain person who's given you certain information, but there is a whole load of information in terms of training in like bodybuilding wise. If you're looking to, let's say, build a load of muscle, you want to work within the hypertrophy range, whatever. People may say do 6 reps, do 10 reps, whatever. And they may say do 2 sets, do 3 sets. A lot of it is based on, I think in my opinion, it's based on opinion, but there is like obviously a certain line where obviously there's like a general intel as to work within this range. But I think it depends on.
Would you say an average sort of range to work? Is it an average?
Yeah, I would say probably an average. I'd say like most people like I see online, like I would say content creators or fitness coaches as such, or people that have trained in like bodybuilding for years, usually say like do 2 to 4 sets of whatever exercise and do like usually between 6 and 12 reps on whatever, which in general I would agree with. But in terms of actual, like when you're training on a daily basis, let's say you train 5-6 days a week, doing those 3-4 sets, going to failure every set might not necessarily be the most optimal way to train, because it's not always about training as hard as possible. It's training as smart as you can. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, you know, you're just not training hard enough. And, you know, you're just saying that because you don't want to train. It's like, that's not necessarily the case. The case is, if you want to build muscle, you have to train smart as well as hard. And if you train smarter, you'll build more muscle than the person who trains harder. And I think a lot of people obviously get confused, and they get, you know, they get easily influenced by the people who say, you know, you've got to do this amount and you've got to do that amount, just because they have the status of saying, you know, I've been a bodybuilder for so many years, or, you know, they've been like a coach for so many years, I know better than you. But that's not necessarily always the case. And I think it's just opinion based, and it all depends on how your body works. If you want to go for another set and you feel you can, obviously go for it. If you don't want to, you want to back off for a day, then that's also fine. Like, you're not going to lose so much muscle mass just for doing like taking a lighter set day. And I think
listen to your body sort of thing as well.
I think a lot of people just listen to what people are telling them and aren't leading their own sessions. Because usually, like when I first started out at the gym, because I was listening to all these different people, I was kind of just doing what they said.
When did you first start lifting weights?
So I first started lifting towards the end of 2022. So I did probably about
recent, then.
So I did probably about 9 months of training, but I wasn't really like properly focused on training. Just kind of like get myself into the gym, you know, just put on a bit of muscle mass, etc. And then I took a bit of a break, just because I wasn't enjoying it as much, and I felt like I was getting overly fatigued a lot. So I took probably about a year off, to be fair. Yeah, so I took quite a long time off the gym.
Did you carry on running though?
So during that, I was like still like running, like, I don't know, say 2-3 times a week. I was still like training as such, but kind of in terms of like weight-based training, I wasn't training as much as maybe I could have done. But then I came back to training probably towards like the middle of last year is when I came back. And then ever since I've just worked out like food diet plans and like training programs and such. and just been like leading my own workouts, the more knowledge I've gained, the more trust I built in myself to basically like know that I can trust myself to be able to know whether I need to do a harder set or do a less like lighter set or whatever, etc. So it's just, I think it's just about experience, isn't it? At the end of the day, and just building up. So yeah,
this guy can chat, right? And he's making a lot of sense. Like, honestly, I didn't. Yeah, it's fantastic what he's saying. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, thank you.
You seem like you're very passionate as well, which I like that as well.
Yeah.
For a young guy, passionate about the fitness industry in this day and age as well. You know, yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely. He's just so what? Like I'm trying to, you know, what? How many days do you train a week? And what? 5 days, 4 days?
Yeah. So at the
what
moment,
suits you?
Yeah. So at the moment, I do train 6 days a week, which does go quite heavy at times. Now there will be days where, because I don't train, I train each muscle group twice a week.
Yeah.
But because I do probably less volume now than I used to do, it kind of works out to be that it's not too fatiguing.
Oh, do you like stretch over the days?
Yeah.
But it's same volume, but it's placed in it, not placed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like, for example, Mondays I'll do chest and triceps.
Yeah.
Tuesdays,
Standard, isn't it? Chest on a Monday.
Yeah. Tuesdays I do, Tuesday's now my quad day, which I think a lot of people, this seems weird.
Just quad?
Yeah, so it's just quads and calves, which sounds weird, right? But when I was come to making my plan, in terms, because I hate leg day, and I think most people hate leg day, because it's so painful, isn't it?
Like everything what I said about you now.
Yeah.
Leg day, mate, leg day.
Because I absolutely hate leg day, I basically split leg day into 2 days. So I do quads on a Tuesday, and then I do hamstrings on a Thursday, which sounds odd because I only basically train legs once a week. But when it comes to actually training, because when like how my plan works, if I were to train legs twice a week, I'd probably be too fatigued with the rest of my other sessions.
It wouldn't benefit you in the long run, would it?
No.
Depends how hard you train as well.
Yeah.
So, and sort of what exercise you are doing, I'm assuming anyway.
Yeah, so because like there's a lot of people that say that you can do this like upper lower split. I don't know if you've heard of it, but you just basically do upper day one day, then lower day. I've
been around the block for a long time.
Yeah, and there's obviously a lot of people that say it. A lot of people say like, oh, like the best training split. But like for me personally, I'm like not the biggest fan, just because you can obviously you could do 4 day weeks. So you could do just obviously twice on both. But I'd like being in the gym most days anyway. So that's why I like schedule it out so that I am able to do 6 days a week without being too fatigued. Just because I like being in the gym most of the time anyway.
And plus it's your business as well, isn't it? Like you are the product. So if people see more in the gym, they'll take you a bit more serious, I think anyway.
Yeah.
He's here 6 days a week. Bloody hell, I'll go see him.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're offering different stuff as well.
Yeah. So I try and obviously be in the gym as much as possible, but obviously do take that rest day because that rest day is definitely needed.
Rest is key in a certain way, innit?
Yeah. So Sundays rest day. I try not to do too much like physical activity, maybe go on a walk or whatever, but that's just more of like
10K steps.
10K steps. Yeah.
Right.
That's more like my kind of like deload.
I'm in the lingo.
Yeah. That was like when I was cutting down a couple of months ago. That was like a hit every day, 10K steps.
Yeah.
Just because it's like obviously good cardio and such.
It's quite. I don't think it's that difficult to hit 10K, is it really?
No.
Especially if you've got a watch on or your phone on, I think it's very easy to keep track of it. And some days you don't realise how much walking you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so hard to do that. But if you just go out for a 20-minute walk around the block somewhere, like 3 times a day, whatever, or buy a pet. Take your dog out, or even your cat, chase your cat around the block a little bit.
Yeah.
You'll soon get your fucking steps in.
Yeah. So honestly, it doesn't take you too long. And then obviously, like if you're like a music listener, like whilst you're on your walk, or if you like listen to a podcast or whatever, put some music on. Like time flies by. Like you're on your walk and you won't even realise you've already walked like half an hour, maybe an hour, and you just be like, well, time's whizzed by, and as soon as you know it, you've hit the 10K steps. So
it's better than sitting on the Xbox, isn't it, or watching EastEnders.
Yeah. Well, I am guilty of going on Xbox quite a few times. So
What games do you play?
I'm a Rocket League player. I don't know if you know Rocket League.
Oh, okay. We can be friends. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit of a Rocket League player. I used to be a FIFA player when I was younger.
I just got bored of
But I think like probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I just started playing it less because I think ever since it hit like when it was like FIFA 16, FIFA 15, FIFA 14, that was when it was at its prime.
Jack Wilshere on there, like
Yeah, got like John Joe Shelby hitting in like a screamer for 40 yards, and you think, yeah, this is prime FIFA. But as soon as like it got like past that, like FIFA 18, FIFA 19, it just, I think for me personally, I just wasn't playing it as much because it just wasn't as good.
more of a Call of Duty sort of guy now.
Oh, okay,
I was Fortnite. Fortnite was a little bit, but Call of Duty, they need to calm down on them frigging updates all the time.
Yeah.
90 gig, 100 gig.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm still getting killed.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to improve my fucking...
Yeah. No, to be fair, I used to have a, well, I've still got it. I've got a PlayStation 4, but it's 500 gig only. So, like, you could only probably fit like 3 or 4 games on. Because you think like one game is like 100 gig now, just to download it. Yeah. And then you've got obviously all the updates as well.
All the add-ons.
And you think like you've got like 150, 200 gig wasted. Literally. So, yeah, like I say, FIFA, I just gone off it. So
don't play FIFA, right?
No.
Go out for a walk.
Yeah, go out, hit your 10K steps, guys.
10K steps, all right? We're not promoting any gaming in here. All right? That's it. We're not a gaming review channel.
Yeah. Well, 10K steps, hit your calories, hit your protein as well if you're not. So, yeah.
So who you taught all your stuff off? Like, who you learnt from? Have you sort of done your own research, or you watched certain people?
Yeah. So when it came to like first being in the gym, I was watching probably a few people from TikTok, but that was kind of about it. And I didn't feel like, at the time, it felt like I was getting the right information. But now I look back on it and I think I'd probably maybe make a few tweaks, like in terms of like what they're saying. Like it is, overall, it's generally right. But like, I think the more you get into training, the deeper it gets in terms of like why you do it, how you do it, and et cetera, et cetera. And then obviously, like, as I just like come back from my year off, I just started watching more like younger bodybuilders or people who like sponsored by Gymshark or whatever. So like, for example, I don't know if you know Sam Sulek. He's a massive guy.
Your generation sort of guy, isn't he?
Yeah, because he's like 23, I think he is. He looks about 40 because obviously, the roids and stuff. Yeah. But he's like, for example, he's one of the guys I do really enjoy watching. And like, there was a period of time when I'd watch like every day before bed.
He's just in his car, isn't he?
Yeah, he's driving in this car. For the viewers, if you've not seen him, he's a massive bodybuilder. He's 23 years of age, so he's like similar to my age. And basically, every time he puts on a YouTube video, he puts it, so he's like driving in the car and he's just talking about
talking about random stuff.
Like, I don't know, it'd just be like his cat that he's, I don't know, talking about eating for protein or something. You just think, what, Sam? Like, what are you on about?
Someone cuts him up or something or whatever, he's like,
yeah, and he's like giving them strange looks and you think, what? And then it's just like, it just cuts to him like, I don't know, training in the gym or whatever. And it's just
in a pub, well, he's got his own gym now, but when he was doing it in like a public gym, you can just tell people thinking, this guy's not right.
Yeah.
Because obviously he'd be in sweatpants, wouldn't he? Like a massive t-shirt on, barely a hat on, mic on. Wow.
Yeah.
And you got to give credit to the guy. Like, he'll never watch this, but if he ever comes across it, good. Keep doing what you're doing, mate. Honestly, it's absolutely, what a great time to be alive, isn't it?
Yeah. So
I obviously watch him as well. You know what I mean? But he's just, just blew up, isn't he?
Yeah, he's crazy. But I just think like some of the weights he lifts, I think I might not ever be able to lift that. And I think for his age, he's only 23, and he's done bodybuilding competitions this year as well. And he's only just getting started into, what he could be, and it's crazy. It's ridiculous.
He started up somewhere, so you just don't know. He started up somewhere. He's now created a massive social media presence, and you just never know.
Yeah. So yeah.
You never know. You could be the next.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. This first podcast, guys. So if I'm, the ego's been lifted a little bit. So but, we'll see.
Honestly, trying to think of what else last year now. It's been so where can people find you then again? So what's your social media sort of? Are you on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook? What sort of?
Yeah. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. My name is Owen Foz _. If you put that in onto Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you will find me there. So if you do obviously want to give me a follow, that would be brilliant. So, and yeah, like I said, I am one of the PTs here. So if you're obviously looking for any sort of training guidance, then obviously I'm here to help you out. And if you have any messages online you'd like to message me about, I don't know, let's say online training programs, etc., you can also do that as well. So yeah, but I'm free on social media basically all the time because, you know, I'm a massive scroller. I don't know about you, but I'm so terrible for it. That's one of my like things I need to stop doing. It's like gaming as well. It's like one of those things where I'm just like, just a little guilty pleasure.
You know what I mean?
So,
you're allowed to do that. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just, you know, just chilling there. And time now it's 3 o'clock in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's like I've got to get up at like 7 o'clock for work, and you think, oh no, I've got to teach class.
What is your hours here then? What hours are you in this gym?
Yeah, so shift wise, I work Monday evenings, Friday evenings, and then Saturdays as well.
All right.
And then in terms of training, because I train here, I'm in every day pretty much anyway. So I'm usually dotted around the gym, either training or just chatting to people, like during the day. And then obviously when I'm on shift, obviously, you know, I'm behind the desk or whatever, and then just like take people through tours, or if they want a free trial, just like book them in or whatever. And then obviously if we do have like classes when we're on shift, like whichever member of staff is on shift will obviously teach the class. So there's a few classes I teach. One of them is obviously, I mentioned earlier, it's called Sweat, which is basically just like a high rocks class, just mixing cardio with some weightlifting, etc., which is pretty fun. We get quite a few people who do enjoy that. We've got some regulars who do really enjoy it. Some people are more morning goers. So I've had, there's a class I've been teaching at the moment at 6:30 in the morning. And there's like a few like dedicated people who come in at 6:30 and you're like proper ready. And I'm like chatting to them in the gym, like whilst I was training.
What are they taking? I need to see.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, how have you got the motivation to train? This is before work.
Are we counting sheep?
Like, yeah. I'm not. And then literally train before work.
We're sick people.
Yeah, and I just think like, you know, like I don't understand how they do it, and I just think I'm one of the PTs here. I don't, you know, I even don't have that like motivation. So
6:30 in the morning.
Yeah. I'm thinking I want to be like either scrolling through TikTok or asleep. Like,
I bet when you get that message on your phone, 6:30 strike. Now I'm calling sick.
Yeah, someone else can do it.
What's the average age? What comes in there? Is it like sort of like mid-30s or mid-20s?
Yeah.
Is it a mixture of like men and women as well? What does that strike sort of thing?
Yeah, so at the moment we've been having people from around mid to late 20s as like the starting age.
Yeah.
And then we've had people probably in their 60s that come as well. So there's quite a range of people who do turn up.
Really good. And
then in terms of like gender-wise, I think we've had more women than men actually. Which is really good because usually in the gym, don't want to be stereotypical, but usually there's more men obviously that do come to gyms than women. So it's nice seeing that there's like more women in classes, and they feel like they're more like comfortable in the gym, and you know they get a sense of, you know, how the classes work, etc. And if they book like, I don't know, let's say 2 classes that are like within an hour of each other, like I've known some of them to just like go on the equipment and just try it out, which is really, really nice. So like in between classes, they'll just like, I don't know, maybe they'll go on the cardio machines, maybe they'll go on the weights, they'll go by like the dumbbells, or maybe they'll do some of the free weight stuff. Like it's like really nice. So yeah,
it keeps you on your toes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Mate. Yeah. So and like they're all like every like single person who comes in, they're all obviously all different abilities and whatever. So like I usually say to all my clients, whatever like class I teach, whatever exercise I give you, it's just the basic standard of doing a version of a certain movement. If you want to adapt it to make it harder or easier, then like obviously do so, because as much as I'm like one of the trainers here and I want to get the best out of you, if you feel an exercise is either too easy or too hard, then I want you to make it work for your body. So if you feel like, for example, it's too easy and you're doing, I don't know, let's say an ab crunch, just as a basic example, I'd say, I don't know, like lift your legs off the floor or add like a twist into it or make something that will make it a little bit harder. Whereas if someone's finding it too hard, I would say like keep your feet on the floor, do like a, I don't know, like a less range of motion, for example, just so you can get used to it. Because obviously everyone's different abilities, and you like, I think the best trainers always adapt. I think, in my opinion, they're always willing to adapt to the client's needs, their client's wants, etc. So I think as long as you do that, then you get the best out of them. So yeah,
fantastic, mate. Really good. I think I should have you back on the podcast in the future.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm more than happy. You know, I think I follow you on socials anyway. So, like, if you're like, you know, come on another podcast, but absolutely come down and just
like really, like, you know, you're 20, you got your head screwed on, you're passionate about your work, you're willing to help people, you're willing to go out your way. You know, you are the product. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I wish you all the best, mate.
Oh, thank you.
I'm really glad you come on here as well. Obviously, this will probably come out in a couple of weeks as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. This has been an amazing little interview, shall we just say?
Yeah.
A little chin wag.
Yeah.
With Owen here. So yeah, if you want to check out his social medias, I've really enjoyed this chat as well. I just love, it's what the podcast is about, getting people on here from different backgrounds, and giving an opportunity to show what they've got to give to the people at Snap Fitness Wiz Beach. So once again, like, share, subscribe. This has been episode 30. Many more to come. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Brilliant.